Seen a rope, pop out like the boogeyman. Thought you seen a ghost. Yeah, pressure, so impressive. Ain't no pressure. He's over here recording. Ain't no pressure, so impressive. Yeah, I'm pressure.
What is the big old deal, man? We are back tracking for another one. You already know what's going on with your boy, man. It's your boy Don Mello. Welcome back to the show, man. Man, it was a long weekend. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of got a little bit under the weather. I don't know if it's allergies. I don't know if I'm catching a cold. But I've been feeling it though, man. But I still went for a whole run this morning, well, afternoon. So the show must go on. Got to get it all out your system. So make sure y'all, man, make sure you taking care of yourself, taking care of your health, man. It's very easy to, get sidetracked and, fall off your program. So, yeah, man, let's get to it, though. Today we got, who we got? Oh, we got Kanye, man. Let's go. So we got Kanye, bro. Let's see what he's talking about. Hold on. Mr. Ye himself. Hold on 1 second. Oh, there we go. All right, man, let's get it.
Kanye is currently trending in the media after a video of him apologizing to a Jewish rabbi surfaced online. His supporters couldn't believe what they were seeing, like they literally couldn't tell if it was real or AI generated, with many people desperately hoping the video was AI. But it turns out the video is in fact real. It was sent to the media directly by Kanye himself, as academics posted on his Instagram that Kanye requested he post this video, and eventually it got picked up by the bigger media. Now, while everyone is focused on whether this video is real or AI, that wasn't what caught my attention. I immediately noticed something off about this video. And no, it's not Kanye apologizing to the Jews, as believe it or not, he has done this before. There was something way off about the way he looked and spoke. To me, he seemed rather sedated and dazed. It looked like he could barely get the words out of his mouth.
I feel really blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just take accountability. I was dealing with.
Why you sound like that though? Like that don't sound like that sound like he off of meds, bro. And one thing I don't get is like how can people force you to take medicine or take medication? Like, I don't get that. Like, is he willingly doing this shit or what? Because like, how can they force you to take medicine? That's crazy.
Some various issues dealing with bipolar.
To be honest, it looked like Kanye was clearly heavily medicated. It made me think about all the times Kanye claimed they were trying to medicate him back to Zombieland to get him back in line. Now it seems that they might have done just that. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be talking about Ye's apology video. Let's get right into it. Over the past few years, Kanye has become the face of a growing movement. Whether you agree or disagree with that movement is one thing, but people can no longer ignore this movement as it isn't going away. This rapidly growing movement represents the large number of Americans who believe the Jewish elites run everything. These people accuse them of running Hollywood, the music industry, and now even American politics. Kanye was one of the big voices pushing this narrative, speaking his mind on social media whenever he can. He even infamously made a viral song dedicated to one of the most controversial figures in human history, a man who will forever be an enemy of the Jewish people. It became quite clear that Kanye was willing to die on this hill. So you could only imagine how people felt when they saw him meeting up with a Jewish rabbi in New York City to apologize to the Jewish community. Kanye recently met with and apologized to a New York City rabbi for his past comments and actions during the meeting, which took place on Tuesday, November.
I don't feel like he should have. See, this is the thing though too. Like, and he's supposed to be like one of the hip hop leaders or whatever the case is. Like, bruh, man, money controls people, bro. That's what this looks like. Cause it's like, damn, bro, you said everything that you said I thought you was gonna stand on business. You know what I'm saying? We on some Tupac-ish. But now you backtracking though. Like that, like to me, that makes a person look weak. Now, give or take, if it was, it depends on the situation, matter of fact. But a situation like this, like, come on, bro. We know them people. Come on. A lot of the stuff he was saying, I can only say so much because you already know they control even YouTube. So, but we know they control. I mean, man, we know a lot of the stuff that he was speaking on about them was true. And then also, when you're looking at people like, you know what I'm saying, the German guy, you know what I'm saying? We got a short mustache, you know. You gotta go look into the history and like really look into that because we've been just fed like propaganda, you know what I'm saying? And media been like pushing out narratives for years to make us think like to go against that because they, to persuade people, to persuade the people. My bad, I got a list. But you already know media has been used to persuade the people, right? And to demonize others, right? This is a fact. You gotta look into it, man. And it's crazy. Like, soon as you speak about them, automatically now you got it. Like, they freezing your bank accounts. They sitting your ass down from the NBA. You know what I mean? Like, just blackballing you everywhere. Like all type of crazy stuff, bro. But when you go actually look at their real history, not what they was telling us in class and what we was indoctrinated by, you feel me? The actual do your own research. You start figuring a lot of things out, and you start figuring out, there's a lot of cracks in the. I don't even know how I'm trying to say that though, but. Yeah, a lot of the things that we've been told is not facts. Let's just say that. But let's go.
Before, Yi expressed profound remorse for his previous statements, which he said during his rants in his song Hail. He attributed his past behavior to his struggles with bipolar disorder and expressed a desire to take accountability for his actions. The rabbi accepted the apology and stated, "A person is not defined by his mistakes, but the way he chooses to correct them."
I feel really blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just take accountability.
Like, why you gotta feel blessed? Like, who is that? You human just like you.
Dealing with some various issues, dealing with bipolar also. So it would take the ideas I had and have me take them to an extreme where I would forget about the protection of the people around me and myself. So I wanted to come and take accountability. Sometimes people aren't that knowledgeable about the bipolar and the cause or what causes it and the way you act when you have this disease. So it's like if you left the house and you left your kid at the house and your kid went and messed up the kitchen and messed up the garage and messed up the living room.
This video is now viral for obvious reasons. Not only was Kanye apologizing to the Jewish community, but he also met with a powerful representative.
But what I don't understand is, like, why do they need to apologize? Like, what did he do that was so horrible that he needed to apologize to the whole community? Because guess what? That same community that he's apologizing to, they had a hand in the transatlantic slave trade. If you look at the statistics, when it came to the unalivings on both sides, I'm talking about the small hats and the, you know what I'm saying, the short mustache. Yeah, more the small hats killed unalive way more than what they tell you. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, the stats is there, bro. Just do your research. But then they'll have you thinking, especially from indoctrination, especially throughout school. I know all y'all didn't heard of that or seen the movie of Anne Frank. To kind of get you to sympathize and start and indoctrinate you from a young age, so you grow up bowing down to them. Basically, when they didn't did a lot of horrific, what was that? They didn't did a lot of horrific things, and it's a lot of horrific things going on in that community as we speak. That's being covered up.
Of the Jewish community, something people were not expecting to see. But honestly, Kanye apologizing isn't out of the ordinary. He has done this before. In December 2023, he posted an apology message in Hebrew on Instagram to the Jewish community. The Anti-Defamation League welcomed the previous apology, but stressed that actions will speak louder than words. But after making this apology, Kanye went right back to speaking about them negatively. But what got my attention with this video was the way Kanye looked in it, how he was oddly holding this man's hands and talking in such a strange way. To me, it looked like Kanye might have been sedated. He looks zombie-like and sounds like he can barely talk. It seemed like something was off about this whole thing, especially since Kanye stated several times and claimed that they were trying to medicate him to control him.
Look,
He's not even looking him in the eye.
I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me, and they when I asked them how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly, it took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, oh, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears too. I mean, look,
they would have Michael Jackson
or worse.
This is what led me to dig deeper into this, as I know there had to be more to all of it. What I ended up finding was quite interesting and might prove that there is something sinister going on behind all of this. The first question that came to my mind when watching this was, why in the world was Kanye holding that old man's hand? Then I asked myself, who is even that rabbi that Kanye just casually met up with? When I started looking into him, I quickly realized this isn't just any New York City rabbi. This man is a big deal in the Jewish community, and he has ties to many powerful people.
Man,
I ordered 200
they own a lot of stuff, bro. They own the media.
Website to sell them.
They have all the power in the world, bro. That shit is crazy. They get to do whatever they want. Come on, man. Damn.
Rabbi Pinto is actually the leader of the global organization MSI, which has centers in Israel, the United States, and elsewhere. He is also known for his extensive connections amongst business people and celebrities. He is friends with many high-profile people, like LeBron James and the rapper Kanye West. Now, the most interesting thing I discovered about Rabbi Pinto is that he is a prominent Kabbalist leader. He earned himself a reputation as a mystically inclined spiritual guide. He was also named one of Israel's wealthiest rabbis in 2012. Now, this honestly changes everything to me. This man isn't just a rabbi, he's a Kabbalist. For those who don't know what the Kabbalah even is, in short, it's Jewish mysticism. It is a part of the branches of occult knowledge. In fact,
See, that's crazy. Like, that's not, that ain't biblically founded. That's like some, that's coming off like on some like strange, yeah, some shit that you shouldn't be messing with. That's, yeah. That's some whole other stuff, because that ain't biblically founded. They don't say nothing about doing no mysticism, Jewish, whatever. That's crazy.
Kabbalah is what the Scottish Rite Masons practice. Albert Pike, a prominent Scottish Rite Freemason leader, admitted this in his book Morals and Dogma, that Freemasonry was connected to the Kabbalah. In his book, he said this: all truly dogmatic religions have issued from the Kabbalah and returned to it. Everything scientific and grand in the religious dreams of all the Illuminati and others is borrowed from the Kabbalah. All the Masonic associations owe it their secrets and symbols. So this prominent Freemason leader, whom Donald Trump just ordered to have his statue fixed after it was destroyed, admitted that the Kabbalah was the father of all secret societies, meaning that
that is crazy, bro. Because, like, but these are supposed to be the people over there in that land, right? I think not. Because that is crazy. That's like borderline. Yeah, that's like demonic, bro. Anything dealing with masonry, Illuminati, and all that type of stuff, like that ain't the Bible's talking about staying away from stuff like that. You can't mix the two. Water don't go with oil.
The Kabbalah, Jewish mysticism, directly birthed Freemasonry and all the other elite secret societies. Isn't that quite interesting? Now, of course, Masonry isn't only the Kabbalah. It is also Gnosticism, as Gnosticism inspired the Kabbalah. So Rabbi Pinto is a prominent Jewish Kabbalah leader. This makes him a prominent leader in what's considered by some to be the Jewish version of Masonry. This is the man Kanye randomly meets up with to apologize to the Jewish community through, a mystic occultist. This instantly confirmed my suspicions. Think about it. Kanye said multiple times that he was fighting against people like Harley Pasternak, whom he exposed for trying to medicate him back to Zombieland. Harley Pasternak was trying to get Kanye back in order because of his comments. I did a video on Harley, and he has a suspicious history working for the Canadian government before he became a celebrity trainer. A few years back, when Kanye started ranting about the Jewish elite, Harley sent Kanye a threatening text message warning him that if he didn't cut out his behavior, he was gonna medicate him back to Zombieland. Since then, Kanye
See, like, how
repeatedly
does
said that they
somebody,
were trying to
how can somebody just
warning
tell
him
you
that
what
if
they
he
gonna
didn't
do?
cut out-
Like a grown man. This is a grown man at that, bro. He said, "I'm gonna help you with one of a couple ways. First, you and I sit down and I have a loving, open conversation, but you don't use cuss words, and everything that is discussed is based in fact and not some crazy stuff that dumb friend of yours told you or saw you in a tweet or you saw in a tweet." Second option, I have like that sound controlling. Like, how you gonna tell me like who are you to validate whether or not it's facts or not? Or what, like, you telling me the terms of the conversation, like, that's automatically, that's already controlling. That's like a way of control. Now you saying second option, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to Zombieland forever. Play date with your kids just won't be the same. Like, that's a threat, bro. That's a threat. Like, you forcing a man to become a zombie, like you forcing drugs on him, bro, and trying to have him high out of his mind to where he's just in Lululand. That's crazy, bro. But these are the same people that they tell you to have sympathy for, and these are supposed to be the most highest chosen people. No.
his behavior, he was gonna medicate him back to Zombieland. Since then, Kanye repeatedly said that they were trying to medicate him to get him back in line. Now he shows up to apologize to the Jewish community, meeting up with a prominent Kabbalah leader. Something honestly is not right here. I believe that they likely medicated Kanye and got him back in line. When I look at this video, he looks like he's in Zombieland, just like he said they were trying to do to him. The fact that he is also holding this man's hand seems so sketchy to me. Knowing this guy is deep into the occult, who knows why he's actually holding Kanye's hand? Don't get me wrong, I have never fully believed Kanye has revolted against the industry. I felt that he was acting out a storyline they planned for him. But eventually it did start to seem like Kanye might have been serious about his issues with those in the industry. Now, seeing him looking drained and sedated in this apology video, I can only think that they have gotten to him again. They likely managed to get him back on his medication and assigned them a new handler. Now they got him meeting up with prominent Kabbalah leaders, apologizing for all he said about the Jewish community. Interestingly enough, this comes weeks after Kanye was calling out Kim Kardashian for allowing Northwest to wear fake face tattoos and dress inappropriately for a 12-year-old. When Kanye saw how Kim had his daughter dressed, he lost it, posting a video online addressing Kim, letting the world know he wasn't with how she had his daughter dressed.
Hey everybody, I just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to stop antagonizing me with this TikTok thing. I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said I am not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney. I have a say-so. And then when people say, oh, they're going to use this for you in court, I didn't have a say-so on whether or not they went to Sierra Canyon. Most men do not, there's no such thing as 50-50 custody with in society today. That's not even, it always leans towards the mom. But right now, and
that just go to show, don't matter how, this is, Kanye was reached billionaire status and he's still going through baby mama trauma. I mean, not baby mama trauma, but baby mama trouble. Like, and going through the faulty court system. Like, it just goes to show, man, it don't matter how much money you get, bro. You know what I mean? A lot of this stuff is not set up for in your favor, in our favor, as far as, you know, so-called blacks, man. Like, that's just facts, bro.
Happy that you guys got to see just a small piece of what I dealt with. You understand what I'm saying?
I made a whole video on this situation where I revealed how this is a tradition within the Kardashian family. All the Kardashians over-sexualize themselves for money and attention. It now seems that Kim is getting North West ready to take her spot in the Kardashian empire. Now, not even a month later after Kanye calls them out, he looks sedated and out of it, while apologizing to the leader of the Kabbalah. None of this seems right with me. While I don't trust Kanye, I do feel like they have him under their control again. They're likely doing Kanye like they did to Britney Spears, pumping him with medications that keep him in a zombie state where he's easier to control. He will likely be embraced in the coming months and be all over mainstream like nothing happened. I strongly believe the reason they never got rid of Kanye if he did actually rebel was because they know it's hard to create another Kanye. Another influential celebrity to the level of Kanye's influence who actually has control over the fans. It seems that they waited until they can get him back under their medication. And it seems now that that's exactly what they did. Hey, I might be wrong, as Kanye could just be looking for attention and next week be right back at it. But honestly, the way he looks in this video, to me, looks like they already got him. He is back in Zombieland.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like, free Ye, you know. I don't know. I still don't know how, like, they could force a grown man to take medication, and then you see what the text message is. The text message said, it's crazy because, like, that just gets swept under the rug. Nobody says nothing about it. It's just like, he's crazy. But then we just overlook that whole text message. Like that don't sound like a threat, bro. Like, I know people personally, bro, that got put on meds and never came back from it. Zombieland. So I know what that looked like firsthand. And that's what he was threatening to do to him. And your favorite artist, Kanye, will never be the same. That's crazy, bro. How much power these people got, but yet they put this, you know, this veil up as if they're weak or something, when they have backing from the U.S. They control the media, the red media. You know what I'm saying? The newspapers. I mean, the news channels, the internet. Shit, everything that we use, bro. They control it, bro. So they can push out whatever propaganda they want. They can, you know, spin any narrative they want. They can freeze your bank. They control most of the banks. Like, it's crazy out here, bro. But anyway, though, man, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm gonna get at y'all on the next one.
Seen a rope, pop out like the boogeyman. Thought you seen a ghost. Yeah, pressure, so impressive. Ain't no pressure, no pressure. Ain't no pressure. He's over here recording. Ain't no pressure, so impressive.